Okay, let's see if we're cooking with fire here. I know you guys should be able to hear the lawnmower going. So let's see if everything's all cranked up and ready to go here. As you know, I usually don't fire up the tablet until everything's actually on. So let's see what we got here. Yep, looks like we're a-okay. Alrighty, well, welcome to another Wednesday evening live stream. I do these every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, schedule permitting. Okay, so I do appreciate you stopping by. If you're looking at this a little bit later, um, I appreciate it. For some reason, my YouTube just shut down on me. So let's see if it'll do it again. It was doing well for a split second. If I have continuous problems with it, then I'll just use the other tablet. Looks like I got a little issue here. It usually happens. Let's get that out of there. Let's do that again. We'll go through the dance one more time. I don't turn on my tablet before all of this comes on because I would have to refresh it anyway for it to catch. So I go through it kind of the slow way here just to make sure that it's on. So bear with me a second here. See if it catches here. It looks like it may, but it might also pop out again. Let's see. But I wised up and got the phone with me this time. Well, slowly but surely it's trying. Poor guy. Might be time to get another tablet. We'll see. Hello, Matt. All right. Looks like so far so good. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I don't have the other camera on. I could put it on, but it would be in a way. I got a larger canvas here, which is why I don't have the other camera on. I would have to put it like somewhere up here and then pull the camera back. I really don't want to do that today. So, okay. Anyway, we're gonna get started with the festivities here. All right, I'm gonna I guess I'll just use the. How you doing, Marilyn? It's good to see you. I think I'll use this brush today. This is the old 2-inch Bob Ross brush. I'll use this for today. Um, it takes a lot of paint. I'm gonna use this brush. It takes a lot of paint and all of that, but I'm gonna try to utilize it and be a little cautious with the thing. All right, this time I usually put glycerin on the canvas. Hey, Sonny, how are you? I usually put the glycerin on the canvas and then do it, but this time I'm gonna put the glycerin on the brush and then dip it into the paint. Okay, now like I say, I don't have the second camera on. I could put it on, but I don't want to. I know that my head is in the way. It's because of the different view of the camera. Okay, because I got the board, instead of the board being up higher, it's right up on the lip here on the bottom. All right, but that's why. So I'm gonna try to be self-conscious about that and get most of my skull out of the way. All right, sketching, art, and drawing. How are you? I don't remember you being here before, but thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it. Yes, I do tend to talk to people on my live. All right, let's get a little bit of glycerin right now. You know what? May- Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should pop the other camera on. Uh, yeah. What the heck? Hold on for a second. You guys should be able to see it. I gotta get up out the chair for 1/2 second. Hold on for me one second. Let me pop the other monitor on. Now my controls are not exactly close to me here. I'll put it on mode. I'm gonna have to move the camera. Let's position it right there. Okay, but as you can see right now, yeah, I think you can see most of the colors that I'm using in there. The yellow, the blue, the purple, the red, and the green, and the white there on the corner down there. I have glycerin. You don't see the glycerin, but I do have glycerin off camera. Um, I have it on the brush, and I'm gonna get a little bit of purple, and we'll put the purple wrap around here. Remember, I got glycerin already on my brush. Okay. Now I'm gonna make a sort of a grayish background. I'm gonna put the yellow in there. Yellow and purple are, as you would say, opposites of color. Then I'm gonna put that white in there. It grays it up a little bit. Okay, get a little bit more purple. I want it grayish, but I want it on a purplish side, like that. Okay. Now that I got the glycerin, hello Diana, how are you? Liz Ann, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hope I don't bore you guys into leaving. We'll see. Right now I got the camera here. It's blocking some of the canvas here, but I can always move it. All right. But what I'm going to do is just now. Remember, the glycerin is on the brush this time. Okay. But I'm going to do a lot of that, and I'll probably end up doing a whole lot of this too. Just stirring it around. There's no glycerin at all on my canvas. It's all on the brush and it's all on the paint. There's a reason for that. Okay. I'm gonna do a lot of this. Okay. I'm going back into my glycerin, put it into the paint here, go back into my white. We get a little more purple there, just like that. And you're gonna see me doing a whole lot of this, and there's a reason for it. And I'm gonna stir it around in here. Now, because I have glycerin on the paint itself, just like that, I'm gonna do a whole lot of stirring around. Okay, I'm gonna press it onto the canvas there, just like that. I'm gonna go back into my yellow, go back into my purple, go back into that, make that brownish gray mix again, and we're gonna put a little bit of that in here like that, and stir it around. Circular motions. I'm gonna more than likely do the whole page like this. Okay, wipe it off the brush. I'm using a 2-inch Bob Ross brush. I work with heavy body acrylics. Okay, get a little bit of white, and the white's gonna mix in with the color I already have here. But if you can kind of see the kind of storm cloudish type mix I'm getting with it. Now the mix, the paint, is already quite wet. All right, it's gonna stay wet. It's gonna move around for a bit. This is the look that I want to want to achieve. Just a little bit of purple. Like I said, the glycerin is already on the brush, already on the paint itself. So I'm doing a whole lot of mixing and blending right now. On the brush, I get a little bit of glycerin, put it right there in the paint. Come downward a little bit, like some of that on there like that. And I'll continue to just use those bristles and just stir it around. Get a little bit of white. And pop some of that white in there. You can vary your hand pressure. Alright. Just like that. Stir it around. Very odd brownish purple white mixture. Try to get most of the canvas all colored with. Get a little bit more yellow, brown it up a little bit. Come on down in here. All down here. Put it right in there. Now I'm going to do a very odd, surreal type of half landscape, half floral, which is another reason why I got the muted background going on here. A little bit of white. Let's kind of bridge that right up around in here a little bit like this. JCT, how are you? Depending on how young those puppies are, did you really think they'd be potty trained at their young age? Are you kidding me? You know how people say the world is your oyster? Well, for puppies, your house is their bathroom. Okay, so you guys can see all sorts of activity and all sorts of fun going on there. Just getting a little bit more of the purple here. All right, and we're gonna kind of put that in there like that. Get a little more purple. Maybe just straight purple and a little bit of glycerin. Just straight purple. There, get some that dark in there like that. I'm just twisting the brush, really getting that paint right off the brush there. Doing a cloudy type of background like this, keep it random. Then once you cover up most of it, then you get to stir it around, kind of twirl and twist, and wherever you would like, some of these cloudy like patterns to go. Okay, all right. Now, because I am on canvas and the paint is kind of really in there, really good, I can take this heavier brush and X strokes and just smooth out stuff. Okay, and the X strokes does work. All right, you don't have to press too hard. The paint is still movable. Even though I got it pressed into the canvas really well, I see I'm missing a spot there, so I can just kind of twirl that up in there, and there we go. Just like that, the whole canvas. Only takes a few minutes, and this is what you have so far. All right. Hey Vermont, how you doing? We're gonna do like a half and half type of deal with the clouds and all of that good stuff. Okay. Let's rinse this guy out. I really don't think I need to use this big brush anymore. The main purpose of using a brush this size was just for what you're looking at right now. The thing with a Bob Ross brush is that you really got to clean it good. Okay, and I am using this brush with heavy body acrylic paint. Okay, I got a towel on my lap and I'm just wiping the brush, but it comes clean, as good as new. All right. Okay, all right, now we can start adding. Oh Lord, what happened, Bruce? You're not taking after JCT's puppies. You didn't go to the bathroom on yourself, did you, Bruce? Hey, Lori, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're gonna have a little fun today. Okay. All right. I used up all of my purple, but that's okay. I'm using a 1-inch Bob Ross brush. Okay. All right. We're gonna just use the corner. Get a little bit of this dark blue. Get a tiny bit of glycerin. Put it right in there. A little bit of dark blue, a little touch of red, and it's gonna give me an extremely deep maroon color. And we're gonna play with that. We're gonna play with some depth in there. All right. We're gonna just like kind of put it in there like this. Just stir it around with that 1-inch brush, just like that. And even though I'm painting with this different color, don't think that it's just gonna totally stick out. Nah, I won't do that to you. But we're gonna blend it in there, have a little fun, just like that. Just put it right up in there like this. Give me some nice variances of tones and whatnot. I'm not gonna get rid of all of the intensity though. Okay. Just one of the advantages of putting the glycerin on the palette and then putting it on the board is that you can do effects like this. Of course, it's right over the spot that I got the camera in. Of course. So let's move it over just a tad right there. All right. Okay. Then I just take it and wherever I don't want some of that heavy intensity, we just go in a circular motion and blend it right on in there. Usually it's just a brush strokes you really don't want, so you just kind of blend it. I'll keep the intensity in the middle. And with this type, like I say, with this type of technique, you can kind of fade it and blend it and have a little fun. And once again, very lightly, just to blend it in with what you have. A little X strokes there. The more you stroke, the more it blends into your painting. Okay, just like that. You really have a good time with it, just like that. I might throw something else up in there. All right, let's go and get some more. Get a little more red. There we go. A little touch of, slight touch of blue. Slight touch of blue. A little bit of glycerin. Wet the canvas up a little bit. Hey Chrissy, how are you? Thank you, hon. You're very sweet. I appreciate it. Okay. You know what? Because I know the flower is going to be somewhere in this area. Um, let's play around with some of that right up in here like this, just like that. Come around back here, and we're gonna kind of cup some of that darkness in this area. So I'm gonna scrape up some of this color. We'll try to engulf some of that darkness in here. Come down in here. Can you guys see a little bit of that? Let's bring this camera back right here, because this is where our attention is going to be. And we'll kind of lighten it up around in here. We'll keep it a little bit lighter over there. But up in here, we'll kind of play around with some of that. Remember, I'm going to keep some of that intensity. I'm going to bring some of this paint is still wet, so I can bring some of that brownish into the purple. It's like that, but mainly here on the bottom, kind of play around with some of that a little bit. Up in here, kind of fade it out a little. I want to keep some of that intensity of the darkness in there with it. And you can do it in various degrees. Okay. Like that. And then I'll just kind of stir it up in here a little bit. The more you stay in one spot and blend, the softer it will become. You'll get used to doing stuff like this the more you do it. Okay. Some of that white and some of that previous colors mixing in with the purple, so it's setting it all back there. And And what I'm going to do is some of those stroke marks, I can just kind of stir them right out of there. And then once again, the X strokes. Like so. Everything blends in. Okay. Just like that. So we got all sorts of stuff happening with these fellas. Like I say, there's gonna be a flower hanging around over there, so it'll be part of a mountain-ish scene over here. We're gonna have a flower over here. Maybe the leaves travel into the mountains or whatnot. Who knows? But it'll be something a little different, a little fun to do. Okay. All right. I kind of like that glow. Let's kind of capitalize on that a little bit. So I'm gonna take my brush. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? And I'll just see this little spot there. So I'm gonna build up in here a little bit, just like that. Just tap, just a little tap, just like that. Just kind of build up that brightness a little bit, just in there, and very lightly, but kind of fade it in there like that. I didn't clean my brush. There's a little bit of purple in it, but that's okay. That's all right. Just like that. There are advantages of working with acrylics. Is that I can take something like this, okay, and if I chose to, I can take it and add a couple of bursts of light coming through from over there. Let's give another little light tap of some white. We'll put it in here like this. Okay, and once again, I can play around with it and add some little bursts of light going out there like that. It's up to you. And I'll just keep doing it. It'll travel. It'll get there. Some going that way. And maybe one come out that way like that. Look at that. See that? I have it coming out this way. A couple little specks of, put it right up in there and pop some that way. I don't have to exaggerate it too much. Okay. Just like that, and then softly just blend all that in there like that. So you got a little bit of a highlight up in there. Okay, just a little something to play around with a little bit later on. Okay. Pop a little one there. Something coming out this way. Get some white there and just like that. No more than something like that. Okay, all right. I'm ambidextrous, Lizanne. Nice. I will accept the cake, Bruce. Okay, so we did a little bit of what we're doing, whatever, or so with clouds and such, all right? Now, if my little window up here gets to be a little bothersome, just let me know and I'll take it off. Because as of right now, for those of you who did come in and don't know what the heck I'm doing, instead of me putting the glycerin on the paint on the canvas, all right, this is another 14 by, I think we're 14 by 18 inch canvas here. Instead of putting canvas on here first, I put the canvas on the brush and then mix the paint in it, then apply it to the canvas. All right. So, all right. So whatever I would like to do flower wise would have to be last. Anything I have to do landscape wise will be first. Okay. All right. So I establish more or less the little cloudy type pattern deal that's happening right there. Okay. All right. So let's play around here. Let's get. I guess I used a palette knife. Let's get a dark mixture going here. I'll use a little bit of this red. I'm pretty sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Oh man, I just ripped it. I should have chose a different spot. I'll just put it right here. I just ripped my thin layer of wax paper, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll survive it. No big deal. I'll use a little bit of this blue, dark blue. My mountain mixture, I would prefer to have kind of dark. All right, I should have doubled my wax paper on this, but it's okay. The reason why I use the wax paper is because, yeah, see, I just ripped it pretty good, but that's okay. Um, it's not life-threatening or anything. I should have doubled it, but I know. Do I have a paint brand of choice? Yes, I do. It's the paint brand of choice that I can't get until everything opens back up unless I order it online. All right. There you go. You guys should be able to see that real well. All right. But that's my paint brand of choice. Okay. Um, but ever since this corona thing's been tearing up the country, I end up using some of this, the Dollar Rounding brand there. Okay. So it's a mixture of both. And as for my white paint, this is definitely the Walmart special. This stuff is pretty thick, but once it dries, it's like cement, and you can, and they call it chalk white for a reason, because once it's dry, you can actually mark on this, write on it, whatever, and then you take a sponge, wipe it away. That's what kind of white that is. Okay, it's one. They say it's 16 fluid ounces. It does feel like a pound. It's heavy. It's thick. Okay. All right, boss. Oh yeah. Lizanne. Hey, Norgus, how are you? Oh, JCT, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm not up to monetization yet, but I only have 260 hours left to get it. So once that happens, then I'll start setting everything up, and we'll have a good time with it. Because I like to give paintings and stuff away and all that craziness. Um, but yeah, okay. No glycerin. We're gonna shape up a mountain. We'll put Mr. Mountain Red around in here somewhere. Okay. Get a nice little swipe across. And I like my mountains a certain way, so we'll kind of do it like that. We'll come around to this like this. Now, when it comes to doing mountains, you gather yourself a pretty decent dark mix of color. All right. I'll just keep going down. It doesn't matter down here. All right, we're gonna be expanding all of this. This is not what I'm worried about down here. All right, that's no concern to me there, and it shouldn't be any concern to you getting some more of the deep maroon mix for mountain color. And I'll just mix it in like this. I'm gonna need a little bit of this stuff here, so I'm gonna make a nice batch of it here. Yeah, my poor wax paper is just tearing up. This is what I get for you. We'll start aiming the mountain downward there like this. Oh, I think that should do more or less. Okay. Like I say, this son of a biscuit. I knew that was gonna happen. It's starting to shred away, but it's okay. It is okay. I'll work with it now. It's starting to really tear away here. But you see the black stuff down there? That's the original palette, and that is actually black duct tape on a white palette. So trust me, I'm not really ruining anything. Believe me. All right, we're gonna get some more of this darkness, and we'll just kind of put it down here, just to fill it up here. All right, just like so. Nothing. See here? Don't worry about all of that. All right. Hey, Ian, how are you? Okay. You would freak out about what, JCT? got you. Hold up. Oh boy. Boy, Chrissy, you had a spider battle, and it sounds like you almost lost. I'm taking my basic. I think everybody who's familiar with me know what this brush is. This, oh my God. Why didn't you guys tell me I blocked up the mountain with the camera? Ah, you guys. You're supposed to let me know about this. I did all that explaining. Okay. Anyway, there's the mountain. Okay, we're gonna just take it and we're just gonna kind of. There we go. Take it and spread it on out, just like Mr. B would do. Mr. Bob. All right, spread it right out, just like so. Spread it right out there. Go in the pattern of the mountain itself. All right, just like that. You can make it have it coming down as far as you would like it to come. Okay, that's up to you. How far you want it to come down. I don't necessarily have to have it super dark. Okay, I'm just wiping the brush off on my towel. Okay, now down here, right down here. Now remember, the paint is still a little wet. All right, but it's starting to tack up. I can tell by the feel. So I would have to just rub it and fade it in a little harder than usual. Let's get this guy. Well, let's do something else here too, because your edge of your mountain you want kind of sharp. So let me kind of tighten that up a little bit there, and we'll just kind of bring him out like that. But down here, all right, you just kind of. Oh yeah, my glisten is becoming really tacky, which is great. And one, it helps to fade this stuff and make it look like it's coming out of nowhere. So it's all right. It's gonna fade up that corner a little bit too, just like this, and just get the impression it's just erupting out of there, right out of that corner there. Okay. All right. Just like so. All right. And we'll start building off of this fella, just like that. All right. Okay. Like I said, this painting is going to be a little different. I used to do quite a few of these in the start of my online homemade biscuits. But you want now? You guys are picking the wrong time to talk about dinner now. Norcus is cooking something. I believe Ian is stirring up the pot. Homemade biscuits. Boy, I gotta pull up and see what you guys talking about here. Poor Chrissy. Well, Chrissy, it could have been worse. It could have been the blob. And on that note, good night. Okay. Since I destroyed some of this, let's peel some of that away. And peel some of that away. Just like that. The reason why I kept most of this is because I did not want to clean my black canvas. But guess what? I'll be cleaning this black canvas anyway, won't I? Let's put that down there. Like that. Okay. Let's go back to our palette knife. Let's get a little bit. Now I'm gonna play around with that dark mix I already have. I'll just come around here. I'll just keep playing in this mess until I rip up the whole palette there. Just like that. We're gonna just add a little yellow in that mix, like that. Just like that. The yellow with any type of purple. Okay, any type of maroon, whether it comes out the tube or you make it yourself, it's gonna start turning gray. Okay, and that's worth aiming for right now. All right, that blue is trying to peek in there, but that's not gonna happen. It's still gonna be, especially when it darkens up. But that should be more than enough. Let's take a nice little swipe across like that. Gives me a nice little film. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. It should be right about here. If that's too far away, because that looks a little small. I'm gonna bring the mountain up a little bit, a little closer to you guys here. There we go. Something like that. That should do. Okay. All right. Um, that's a little bit too much. I want to thin that out a little bit more. There. Don't need really too much of this. Even that's too much. If you're working with thinner paint, you don't really need too much of this stuff to get it going. All right, it's brighter over here, so we're gonna keep the light side over on this side. All right. You take the palette knife, this guy right here. Don't do it like this. Let's get a good vantage point there. Don't do it. Don't put your finger on it, because if you do, it starts. I'm exaggerating it, but that's what you're doing inadvertently. You're just bending it into the. You want a light touch. When you give it a light touch, okay, I'll do it something like this. When you give it a light touch, like that, then you start seeing interesting little patterny things happening. Okay, and you'll see as I do this. Okay, see, you get interesting little rock-like patterns like that. I'll put one right here like this. Come on down like that. Just drag it on down. Okay, and we'll kind of join it together like that, and we'll kind of bring him up here, move him up like that. You can have a lot of fun doing this. You can take it and you can give it a nice little roll, like see like that. Just roll it along. Get all sorts of different planes to your mountain, however you would like to do it there. This is definitely the Bob Ross method, just as you see me doing right now. Okay, I can bend that around like that. Don't worry, we're gonna add some of the dark stuff in there too. Okay, but we're gonna have some fun with this fellow. Come on down like that. Let's give it a little touch of something right up around in that corner. All right, and maybe a little something. If I got any on the, let's get a little bit there, and we'll pop a little bit like that, just like that. And I'll leave it alone. We'll move back on over here on this side here. Just kind of, let's go upward a little bit. Bring that back around. Give him a little more something there, and kind of bring it down like that. As you see, it doesn't take much to give the illusion of your mountain. All right, let's get a little bit of the dark mix. I'll scrape up a little bit of the purple. We'll put it right in here with this other stuff, right up in here. We'll mix it in there. Now, I want it a little darker. We'll slap some red in there. As you can see, it's slowly getting darker. Just a little touch more red. All right. I'm starting to rip up my stuff here. That might do the trick. It might need to be a little darker, but we'll see. We're going to go in the opposite direction. All right. No, it's too much of the same color, so we need it a little darker. Let's go right here in this area right here. Let me get rid of this glycerin before I end up dumping it all over myself. All right. Now I got a little bit of room to play with here. Get the glycerin out of my fingers. We need it a little darker. Now, it's obviously on the blackboard, the black area, you can barely see it, but that should be enough to give me a little difference. We're about to find out right now. We'll come here, we're gonna go, yeah, there we go. We'll go the opposite way. See that? I think you guys can see it. Just opposite direction of where I went previously. Let's get a little dark something right up in there like this. We'll play with it. All right, then we come here and we're gonna go the opposite way like that. Come down, play with it, just like that. But you can start to see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit more blue, put it right here, get a little bit more red. We're gonna go back and forth with this, a little bit on the light side, a little bit on the dark side. Okay. Let's see if that should be dark enough. I don't particularly want to use too much paint, so I'm gonna go across, get a nice thin roll of paint. Okay, and once again, go down, and you can curve it. Come here and just kind of curve it around there. Now I got a nice thick blotch right there, and that's fine, because I can just take that blotch, and we just go up with it, go upward. Okay, so I'm not worried about the blotchiness. I can do something with the blotchiness. So the blotchiness I'm not too concerned with. Alright. You'll see in a second. Let's get a little something coming down here too. Just like that. I'm not teaching per se like I usually would, because I wouldn't usually do more instruction at this point. But holding the knife, no matter what I do, I still hold the knife like this, like you're steering a car. All right, and I'm not going to destroy all the previous color either. All right, there's no sense in that. Okay, this we can redo. I can just blend that in. That's no big deal. You see the paint's still wet. This is acrylic. All right, it should have been dry by now, but because of the glycerin, okay, as you can see, I can make that disappear, and we can redo that. Okay, so this technique is very correctable. All right, you're able to correct what you feel you may have messed up. Okay, and Bob Ross was right once again, as usual. There's really no mistakes, happy accidents, like you say. All right, okay, let's get into our white. Let's put it somewhere where you guys can see it. And we'll put it right here. It's all right. Okay, maybe a little more white. We'll wipe it across like that. Not totally white because it's mixed in with the blue, but that's okay. It will look white compared with all that dark you see up here. All right. Now, our brightness is over here on this side where you can't see my hand. Okay. Once again, now what's going to happen is that the roll of paint that you see right here in my hand, this little roll of paint, it's going to come off because of the texture that's already here with this greenish gray. All right. Okay. So with that said, okay, it's picking up off of the texture. See how easy that is? We'll put a little bit on that peak right there, and we'll come on down like that, and just like so. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Let's kind of accentuate the cliff face here, the bottom edge here. We're gonna do it like that. Put a little something right in here like that, and we'll kind of rolling on down. We'll come here and make a nice little slope like this. Come on down like that. See that little curve right here? See this? We'll accentuate that too. The more you do these, you'll start to find these little like that. You'll start to find them in there. See that? You make one right here. If I got enough paint there, there we go. You see how easy that was? Okay. Let's get a little more white. We'll just mess around with a little bit of blue purple. Whatever darkness you got around there, it'll just tint the white perfectly to do what you know what you need to do right here on the edge, very lightly. Skip across. You don't have to go smoothly across. You can make it skip and jump around right about here, just like that. See that? You could just have a ball with it. I just get a little more white, mix it in. White is very easily tintable. Okay, it doesn't take much to tint white. All right, come on down here like that. There we go. Just like that. Have it come down, disappear in there. All right. Don't worry about all of that. All right. Don't worry about that. You'll see. I did that on purpose. Hashtag don't panic. Just like that. All right. All right. Put some love in there like this. All right. I think that's snowed up enough. Let's take a little bit of red. Let's put that in there like that. Into the white. Slight touch of blue, very slight. I want maroon, but I want it a little more on the blue side. And sometimes all you have to do really is just keep mixing it, and it'll get you there. Okay, spread it out like so. Pretty much the same color, just a step brighter. Okay, for the dark half of the mountain. Now I went downward, but I went downward to the lower right. You're going to go downward to the lower left now. All right. Ian doesn't want me to put any on the dark side. You want me to keep it just like that on the dark side there, Ian? me see, Nell. Hello, Nell. Let me see, Lori, Artfully Yours, Ian, Lori, Norgus, Marilyn, Miss Lynch is here, Liz Ann. I do appreciate everybody coming through. I know Chrissy was here for a little bit. It's pretty late where Chrissy is. Hello, Teresa. Have I used the new Wave glass palette? No, I have not. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me see. Nope. Ian didn't answer me, so I don't know if Ian was referring to me not to add any refracted light to that side of the mountain or not. So, guess what, Ian? Just a little bit. I won't add too much. Let's do one more here. That's like that. Little things. Whatever come off the brush here at this stage comes off. Okay. Um, if it's on there, great. If it doesn't come off the brush, that's great too. Whatever. It's just refracted light, so I don't have to overpower that side of the mountain. Oh, you were laughing. Okay. I know Ian's over there stirring up the pot. I enjoy it when he's here. Let's get a little bit of white. Mix it in, contaminate it with that blue I got here. Okay. And that's all I'm doing. Really just mixing it up real fast here. Nah, that's a little too. Let's get a little bit of red in there. That was too light. I don't want it that light. That might be okay. That might be okay. We'll see here. Oh, just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I only need a little bit of something there, and come on down like that. I don't want to add too much down there. All right, I need a little bit right here, just to kind of scoop it up there. Well, we'll pop in a few bits in there like that. All right, we don't need too much more than that. Okay, like I say, don't worry about this. All that, don't worry about that. Okay. All right, let's pull back a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Cause I know you guys might get a little nervous. There we go. Okay. Now I know I've marked that all up. You've seen that. Now, even though the glycerin is still acting a little pasty, it is. It's a little tacky. Okay, but that's all we need is tacky. And you see, I'm just taking my abuse brush. I'm just tapping right into the mountain itself, just like this. Okay, there's a reason for that. Watch. I'm gonna go right from the bottom, and you just kind of stroke it up in there like that, in that direction, just like that. You see, I'm going in the path of the mountain too, right? Just like that. All right. Okay, let me get my head out of the way. And yes, I'm gonna take my my brush built just for this type of abuse. I do have a number of other brushes like this one, just like this one. I just haven't used them yet because this one's not beat down enough. Okay, but as you can see, I'm just obscuring some of the detail in it. It just blurs it out. Okay, that's all. But we're gonna have some more fun with this. Wow, I got the mindset to. Let's get a little bit of green here. All right, we'll tap the green right here. I'll get a little bit of red. Red is on the opposite side of this green. We'll just kind of mix it in there a little bit. Turns it a wee bit brownish. Okay, I'll add a little bit more of that. This is sap green, right out the tube. Okay, just like that. I'm not really apt to use this brush for it, but for right now, this will be fine. And I'll type in some dark foothills there, just like so. Just pop them in there, just like that. And at this stage, just popping them in there, they look like distant pine trees and all of that, just like that. Just pop them in there. Now, if you can't see them, I'll dip a little bit of yellow, put it in there, a little bit of white, just like that. I'm pounding on purpose to put the paint into the bristles. So there's a method to my little madness. Now, just a little light touch, okay? Right here, especially on the lit side. Just see this little light touch, just like that. Especially where it obviously the sun is going to be. All right, I like that color, so that color actually would be, well, yeah, it would be better for on this side. I'll put a little bit over here like that, not too much. But the other side can be just a tad brighter. Remember, the brighter the highlight, the less of you need. All right, I'll kind of put some of that up here like that, and maybe pop one or two down in here like that, something like that. Kind of do it around the side up there. That's fine. Don't overwork that. All right. Let's clean off the brush real fast. Since I went through all of that effort to put the foothills in, I won't obscure them too much. I've been using this flat brush for a minute. Okay. Enjoy your dinner, JCT. Thank you for checking it out. What can we practice this knife method on? Well, you can practice, I mean, you can do whole paintings with the knife, Nell. But yeah, you can use paper, scrap paper, you can use line paper, whatever. Um, Really. Okay, you can use like the cereal box. You take the cereal box, cut it, flip it over, all right, cut it, put it on the board, put it on an easel somewhere, and you can practice your knife work with that on a on a cereal box. I mean, so many different ways you can practice with that. Now let's add a little bit of misty whatever in here. Okay, I'm gonna get just a touch of that blue. If I put it in here where you guys can see it, I have to look at the monitor here, make sure my. Okay, yeah, I'm good here. Yeah, you got. No, I'll do it on the side here. Get a little bit of white, just like that. I don't want it death head blue like that, so I'm gonna put it right in here, just like that. I think that should be enough tint. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go down below the mountain. Okay, like right around in here, and I'll just now remember there's no glycerin. This glycerin's starting to dry up here. Okay, and I'm just kind of tapping this stuff in there like that. I'm on the bottom of the mountain. All right, and I will take and I'll lightly just fade that red in there. Very light, very light. You can see the paint move around. All right. It's all right down below. Up top where the greenery is, you want to be a little lighter. Okay. I'm gonna come around here on the edge here. Okay. And remember, you got paint on the brush. You just almost like a scumbling method. Okay, like a dry brush. Okay. That's all. Now I can take it and get a little more white. Go back into that contaminated color. Okay, and I can brighten it up a little bit. I'll come down below a little, come down in here. I might go about a little higher in there like that, and then come back down below. Okay, different variants of color, very light, where you can start to see it blend in, and then you leave it be. Circular motion, just like that. Okay. Let's see. Just like so. All right, it's starting to look like Witch Mountain or something. Let's put it right there. All right, and that'll work for you. That will do, just like that. Okay, if you think this is over, not yet. For the landscape part, remember the floral is going to be over here. And it's going to come around and whatnot. So when I put the flower in it, obviously it's going to set this back. It'll be leaves. It'll be all sorts of stuff coming around over there. All right. So let's play. Let's get a little bit of that blue. I know I keep using the same brush, guys. A little bit of blue, a little bit of that white. Okay. In here on the bottom. Hey, Sleep the Stacks, how are you? And we're just gonna come over here, just like we did with the beginning of the painting. We're just gonna tap some of that in there. I'm not using any glycerin, or I don't need it because there's still bits of glycerin here. Okay, but I'm just adding into what I've already previously put down here. And since some of the glycerin is drying up, I can go a little stronger with the pressure here, only because the glycerin is getting tacky. All right, so I can add put a little muscle into what I'm doing right now. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of white on the corner of the brush. You should see it right here. Okay, and I can start picking and choosing spots like that. Okay, once I get a nice shape, general shape, I'll destroy the bottom end of it, just like that. Things are going to get pretty interesting from this point. A little bit more, and we'll pop some wrapping around in here like this. And I'm building just little highlights, little bits of peaks of maybe like a little bit of sunshine or whatever you want to call it there. Just some light hitting off some of this fog there. Okay. Very gently, I will wear away the back end or the bottom end, whatever part you want to get rid of. Okay. But now you see gradual bits of values. Okay. That's what kind of helps sell your painting, sell that illusion of stuff being kind of misty, a little mysterious. Can you guys see that? My head out of the way. Okay. Obviously I'm running out of white. I need to get some more. Hold on one second. Let's reposition this guy. And let's turn him more or less. Bring him down a little bit here. I'm not doing anything with the mountain, so the mountain can be hid. So we'll bring it right up here. We're not doing anything up there. We can hide the mountain. The mountain's fine. Let's put this focus on right here. Alright. Okay. This Waverly chalk paint is relatively thick, as you can see. It comes out like syrup. When I mention a little dab will do you, trust me, I mean a little dab do you. Alright, I'm still using the same beat down brush. I think you guys can see you guys can see the paint there. Alright, a little bit of paint, just like that, right on the corner of the brush. Alright, right on the corner. Alright. Because of what I'm going to attempt to do, alright, we're gonna really need to work some of this white in, up in here a little bit, just like that. We'll pop in a couple here. You'll understand in a second what I'm gonna do here. And I'm just gonna smooth out the bottom, just the bottom, blend it right into that previous color, just like that. Blend it right in there. Okay, put a little bit of that love here. Okay, and smoothly blend it in. You vary your hand pressure. You got a lot of area on this brush. This brush has a lot of body to it, so it's not a direct super sharp point, or a super chiseled edge, I should say. Okay, as you can see, everything is a building up process. You follow me? Okay, I don't have to have the clouds super detailed or a super sharp edge on them, but you still see it. It's there, but not overtly. Okay. We'll pop a few bits of whatever up in here. That's not strong enough. I get a little bored. Sometimes only a few bits of white will do. Okay, like it's looking like that. You just take it, because remember you got a lot of this area here. You take it and you just gently, very gently, kind of put it in there and blend it in. Really nice. All right, just like so. All right. You can smooth it in as much as you feel you need to. Now remember that you still got bits of white on your brush, so you can kind of fade in some of that mountain there, whatever part you don't like. Whatever. All right, just like that. All right, and we'll leave this a bit alone because we're almost done with this half. The next half will be the flower. Okay. Even though my brush has seen better days and those are far behind it. But I still use it because it's still beneficial to me. It still works. It still has this reasonably okay shape, and I can still utilize all this. Okay, as long as it's not like splitting apart and looking crooked and crazy, I can still utilize this brush. Okay, all right. Hey Billy, if you're saying hey to me, hey back. All right. Um. Well, I really like massacred my wax paper. This is what happens when you don't use more than one layer of wax paper. I'm just getting rid of the little scraps there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Lori, you still here? All right, we're gonna put some pine trees in here. Not the pine trees you think, though. Okay. Um. Yeah, this is starting to look like the island of lost souls over here, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Um. Let's get some. Now, this type of pine tree, or the type of pine trees I'm going to do, a wee bit different. I'm trying to find the right kind of brush to do this with. I'll give this one a shot. I'll have to show you this one up close. All right. This is a number one pro. It's a flat brush, but look at this poor guy. This is actually an animal hair brush. All right, probably a hog's hair brush. Okay, very tiny. As you can see, very, very, very tiny. All right, very tiny brush. All right, but we are going to utilize this joker. But to kind of move the time along, I'm gonna blend with the palette knife. I'll blend it right here in this dark area because it's more likely dry. Okay, so I'm gonna get some maroon here. Just make it up real fast. Right in here, just like that. Just get that dark going there, just like that. And I'll just wipe it right off right there. Nice chunk of that stuff right there. All right. I might even slap a little green in that thing, which is going to turn it a weird, funky kind of gray with that little bit of white that's eked out on there. But that's okay. It's okay. It won't be as light as you would think. Watch. Okay, but that darkness, that gray, blandy color will be perfect. I'm gonna dip my brush right into this. No medium at all. It's not needed. No water. No nothing. Just all paint. Okay. Now let's go back to the board here. As a matter of fact, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. I think this is actually perfect. Let's slap the focus on real quick. Okay. We're gonna take advantage of all of this, all of these little peaks and stuff. Okay, and here we go. I'll start one right here, right up around in there. Okay, and we'll put another one. We'll put a couple smaller ones right here like that, and maybe something around in here, maybe a little closer. We're gonna have one come up past that cloud coming down this way like that. All right, you'll see. Now, with this little brush, okay, yeah, you guys can see what I'm going to do. I like my middles of my trees going a little thicker in the middle, but I'm going to kind of brush that pine pattern, just like that. Okay, and we'll get it a little thicker. But as we're coming down, we'll kind of fade that out a little bit, all right? Kind of. Let's open him up a little more. Let's get him a little larger, just like that. Once I get enough of these, it'll look more natural once I get a few in there. Okay. And remember, I want my middle to be a little dark, but as you go across, okay, just like so, and I'll spot it a little bit like that. We're gonna fade those out. They look like they're just popping right out of the mist. Okay, so it's a pretty cool effect. Can I move my palette over to the right side? Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you want me to do. So because you can't see the, here, hold on. I had to be careful how I do this here. I have to go the opposite way with you. Hold on for a second. Where's my white at? I gotta look at where the white is on the bottom. Oh, it's just the way it's positioned. I shouldn't have moved this. I should just move the camera. It's easier for me to twirl the camera. I'm trying to see what you're missing here. One, I can just draw this back a little bit and just move the camera. I don't know if this is what you're talking about. Let me know. Because I can't physically move. Well, I can if I use the other unit. This is being it's a HDMI out to the webcaster. The webcaster can do the same thing, but the webcaster can move this square palette clear to the other side. Okay. Oh, you want me to move the box to the other side? Sure, I can do that. Hold on for 1 second. Move the position over like that. Okay, I think that's what you're talking about. Okay, reposition my little self here. All right. Now, since I just repositioned everything, now I can zoom in a little bit more and come upward like that. I'll put the focus back on, guys. Only takes a few seconds there. Focus it back in there. All right, and we're going to continue right along. Once again, little touch, because you're just making the representation of these guys. Okay, just like that. See that? And we'll do another one here. You can literally do a bunch of these, and it won't take as long as you would think. Because remember, you're just selling the impression of pine trees here. Okay. Now, could I do this with a fan brush? Yeah, but they won't look like this. You follow me? Okay. And we're going to do same thing with this fella here. Now, as they get closer, you can get more and more defined with it. Okay. But as you see, I'm just bulking the middle. But the interesting patterns are coming on the edges. Okay. You can use thicker paint because it's such a tiny brush. Alright, just like so. And as you get towards the edge, you can kind of whisk them. A little bit. There, larger. A little more paint. Just like that. I'll fade this guy too a little bit. Alright, now I did those few just to show you what it's going to look like. Okay. And we can put some more tiny ones in there. Some here and there, it's like this. Alright, and believe me, it won't take as long as you would think when doing this. There's a couple right there, kind of give them a little peek there. We'll put one right about here. The line usually is just a guide, but if you're accustomed to doing these, okay, then you can really kind of go to town with it. I turn my brush around. I got more paint on the other side, just like that, and I'll start to kind of lighten it up down here on the bottom a little bit. No problem. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it. Hey, how about one kind of eking its way, just a tip right here, just like this. You guys will see, because it's very easy to fade these fellows. Okay. All right. And if you really want to be slick, you can start putting lighter ones in here too, in toward the back. I'll show you. I'll just add more white. I'll show you. We'll put one right here. This one here, and we'll kind of make him a little stronger. And this time I'm gonna aim, be a little more deliberate with the strokes here. Out like that. Come out with it. Darken this here in the middle, but just start to come out. Especially out toward the edge. The edge is the important part. Right here, out toward the edge there. This is all dark and whatever. But as it starts to, this sucker starts to grow on you, then they start become more leaf-like as they get closer to you. Okay, just like that. He won't get fogged up, but all the rest of them will. You'll see in a minute. You'll see. Yeah, we'll put a little nice lean one right here. Can you guys see that? You can see that, yes. I want you guys to look at how I'm doing this. Because doing the trees in this fashion, one, it makes them a little slimmer too. Okay. So you really have a little more control. Right here, a little fella back there, just kind of saying hi. Just like that. Okay. Now watch what happens if I add a lot of white to this. I'll just put the white right here. Same color, just adding white to it. Just like this. See this? Okay. And you'll start to like kind of put these back in the background somewhere. Like, well, maybe one here. You kind of like this. Put him back there. He's just, kind of increase the distance. See that? Just like so. Put them back there like that. And these fellas are in the back. They're kind of chilling out back there. I think you guys can see this. Same thing I do with the darker color. But obviously it's easier to fade these in there. Alright. Oh, we'll put a couple little baby ones back here. Just like that. Put some baby ones back there. Just like this. And we'll kind of sneak one right in here. Have them come up there like that. Oh, we'll put one right here. Coming down right there. This one right here, right here. I think you guys can see me do this. I'm gonna get this color a little bit brighter. I'm gonna use the same brush and we can start fading in some of those other fellas. We'll put another one here, right here. Then we're gonna work on the flower on the other side. And this is just the white and the purple mix. This is just a very light version of the foreground tree color. Just like that. See, they don't necessarily have to all. Now, when the color sets, you'll see it, but they don't necessarily have to be just blatantly out there like that. That wouldn't be necessary. All right. Oh, she's talking about prehistoric pterodactyls over here. Let's add a little more white to this light color. Now, I've already got the light color. Let's bring it right here. It's already on my brush, but I have more white than that, the color itself. Okay, but it needs to be a little bit brighter than that. More white on the contaminated brush. Okay, just like that, stir it in there. And I'll just wipe off a lot of that paint there. Okay, now we're gonna come here. Can you guys see it? You guys can see it. Just like so. I'm gonna kind of eke some right up in there, dry brush it right in there, just like that. Look at this, dry brush some of that. I'm going from the bottom. I'm just gonna dry brush it, just like that, very lightly. You can still see some of that tree when it's all said and done. Okay, I still can use some of that. It's all right. Just like this, scumble some of that in there, very light, very light. Put it in there very lightly, like, see that? Just come with some of that in there. I'm gonna use the smallest bit, just a little bit on the tip there, just there like that. Make it look like a little piece of fog or whatever going around in there. Just like that. Just obscure it a little bit. Very simple technique to do. Okay. Just blend it right in there. Hide it a little bit. A little bit in this one here. We'll come out here and kind of play around with it. Twirl it around. Just make it match a little bit into the previous fog stuff. Like that. As you get accustomed to doing this stuff, it becomes easier and easier. Let's get a little bit of fog going right past that tree like this. Just like that. People dig little details like that. Sometimes they look for it, you know. Obscure this one a little bit like that. Hello, Jackie. How are you? I'm just reading some of what you guys have said. But I'm just building layers and layers. I should be doing that book cover. The book cover is totally black and white, so um, I'm not going to do a tutorial on the book cover. I'll show you, or not book cover, it's the insert. It's a book illustration. Um, I did a superhero one for my buddy, um, and I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed doing that one. I haven't done any straight superhero stuff in quite some time. So, oh, spread some of that out a little bit. Just like that. Turn my brush around. Add some more of that love. Now, what you think might be gaudy or overdone, just give the acrylic a chance to settle and flatten out. Okay, it won't be as bad as you would think. Okay, we're going to cover this fill up a little bit too. And here we go. I'm going to come around in here, around in this side right here. Just like so. Now remember, I got this tiny little brush, so you can only go so far with it anyway. Now my paint's starting to tack up, so I have to be a little careful. That animal hair brush will start taking layers off. Okay. And if that's the case, if it starts taking off too many layers, then I'll just start to use a bigger brush. But I think what we're doing is fine here. The same technique that I'm using can make grass, faraway grasses. Okay, let's put some of that fog in there like that. I'm starting to do stuff like I would do for my commission work, which is taking a little too much time out. I don't really want to take too much time. I mean, some of my videos like this have been taking a few hours, and I don't want to do that to everybody. I usually try to keep this under 60 minutes, but I think that has long passed already. Yeah, because we're going on almost on 90 minutes already, and I didn't even get to the flower yet. But I will. I promise I will. Let's highlight this fellow on the corner just a little bit. And I mean just a little bit. Maybe I'll just use this color here. We'll give him a highlight over here on this side here. Just kind of a little. A little bit there like that. Bring some on the other side, but mainly over here. And I'll feed him in there. I could have used a little bit of green, huh? I think he'll be probably the only green thing on this. Well, yeah, he might be the only green thing here. I can tease a little bit of green on the other ones. Just a little bit, though. In certain spots, and that would be enough. I don't have to add that green all over the place. I'll just brush some on here and there. Won't matter. Still keeping with the same type of leafy looking pattern with it. I don't, like I said, I don't have to add them all over the place. How you doing, Just Sandy? It's good to see you. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're a little past the halfway mark now, more or less. Okay, so we have our mountain, got our foothills, got our little high points of the mountain, the lit side, the darker side. Okay, we got our trees in here. Okay, all right. Let's put this guy back. Let us pull back a little bit, just a little bit, so you guys can see what we got here. All right. Okay. All right. I have to get out of my chair for 1 second. We're gonna prop this fella over here, like up there. Yeah, we have to cover the mountain. It's flower time. We're gonna put the flower on the upper right. Okay, so let's go down here. We're gonna kind of center it right there. Let me bring it down a little bit because I know once I zoom in, just like that. Right about in here-ish. I'm gonna draw it back out a little bit because I got the leaves and such to do. So let's pull out a little bit. I think that would be good right about here. Okay. All right. Things are about to get a little interesting. Okay. It's been a while since I've done a red one. I guess I can eke out a red flower today. All right. Let's start to bulk this guy out. I guess I'll use the. This is a 1.5 inch. Or actually, it's a 1 inch, not 1.5. It's a 1 inch brush, 1 inch flat. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pop a flower up in this area somewhere. Okay, Gina, how are you? That's the bling bling lady. Guys want some pretty cool jewelry? That's the one to talk to. She has raffles and all sorts of good things. I think Lori's Crochet Corner, if she's still here, she does a lot of cooking shows, and she does the a lot of quizzes and things like that. Quite entertaining. If Norcus is still here, she's another one. Really nice people I've met during this little journey here. Really cool. They're great people. Very fun. Usually in the morning, which is some of them come on. Lori's on at night. But in the mornings, I'll listen to Norgus and her crew. I think even Mama was on there today. But if she don't see me respond, but I am listening. And then Bruce is on, and I'll go and say hey with Bruce. Okay. All right. Let's pop one in this area, probably around in here. And as you can see, I'm just doing one of these numbers. All right. Not a perfect circle. Don't do that. If you want to do any type of, it's not a perfect circle. It might appear to look that way, but it's not. Okay. Okay. I know. How am I going to get a red flower out of this mess? I will. Watch. Yeah. I think this is, that'll do. Okay. I'm just getting more dark stuff. Let's have the dark stuff aim. You know what? I already see a pattern already. Well, that's not dark enough. Hold on. Right here, right in here. Let's get a little bit of red. Let's make that a little deep maroonish right here. Okay, I'll just keep stirring it right in here there. All right. I think I already see it where it's going to come out on. It's going to come out this way, like that. Get a little higher here, spread it out, like that. There's usually a little smile going on back there. That's the bowl, and we'll just kind of flicker it out that way. I may keep this, I may not. Who knows? All right, but anyway, that's the, in a perfect world, that's the way it's going to look like. All right. Okay, just like that. I know you guys don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I swear it will turn out to look like something. I promise. I promise. All right. Okay. Let's go to my standby, which is the half-inch brush. This guy. Okay. All right. We're going to start fleshing things out and doing all sorts of things. We're going to still use that dark. Okay, I'm going into a little bit of water this time. Right into this dark stuff here. We're going to add a little green to that. We're going right here. Alright. I should use the glycerin, but it's right there. I can use it if I really need it. Okay. Let's have some fun. Redo the leaves first. All the interior of this we'll handle later. So, let's go like this. We're going to go out like this, swerve it around here, like that. Alright? Alright. I'm going to get some glycerin here. There. The glycerin helps the paint travel. It loosens up the darker paint that I already do have. It does not change the color. Glycerin doesn't change the color of anything. It just makes it, technically, it just makes it more transparent. Right, but it does loosen up the heavy body paint. Okay. All right. So we got that going around here like that. I'm thinking here. Hold on. It's usually pretty dangerous when I do that thinking thing. All right. Oh, let's go. Can you see it on the bottom? No, you cannot. Let's pull back. I don't want to really move it. I'll just pull the camera back a little bit. Okay, let's go up a little, just like so. If I keep it like that, and if I can zoom it in just a little bit, I think we're good right there. We're gonna come here like this, end him right there. But we're gonna take him and we'll pop him right there, like that. Okay. Let's get a little bit more blue. Put it right in there with the glycerin. Let's get a little bit of red. Put it right there in the glycerin. It's going to turn it kind of brownish. A little more blue. And we're going to get some green. Really throw that green in there. Okay, we're going to get some glycerin. I'll get some glycerin. Glycerin's right here, right in front of me. Put the glycerin all in that. Okay, things are about to get a little interesting here. I'll slow one of them down, then the rest I'll just move along with. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm about to do here. Okay. There's a point right there. All right. And we'll do like a little kite symbol there. And so it goes like this. All right. And like that. Okay. Little kite. You fill in the kite. I'll fill it in like this. Okay. Now, you see the angle here? And the same thing here? Perpendicular. Right there. One there. One there. Your brush will be perpendicular to that angle. Alright. Press. Pull. And you release. Aim toward that dot back there. Each one gets a little shorter. Alright. Press. Pull. Release. Press. Pull. Release. Press. Pull. Release. Aim it right toward that dot back there. And you continue it on, and there go leaf. All right, just like that. Thank you, RC Arts. I appreciate it. Okay, but you see how that was done? Quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Now, once you get accustomed to doing it like that, okay, then you can, you spread it out like this, and it comes to a point like that. You start doing stuff like this, okay? And the press, pull, release thing still is in order, still in effect, like that. side, and you do the same thing. See this? There. Okay. So when you get a little more comfortable, you start doing stuff like that. And then if you're like Gary and his wife, okay, then you guys just start they just start whipping them out like this. Okay. They just start popping them just like, and they start doing stuff like that. So whatever, and each one has a different look. So it's really what it's up to you on how you want to present them. Okay, you follow me? I'm just getting a little more glycerin, just a little. When I say a little, it's barely on the brush, and I spread it out here on this nice deep green. Okay, and just like so. And we'll come here and do another one like that. You get them to look however you want them to look. I can make that one a little prettier, just like that. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put a couple more in there. Let's get a little blue. Let's add a little variance here. Okay. One, I got plenty of glycerin in this paint, so I can kind of do that. Let's pop one here like that, and we'll just kind of do one of these numbers here. Boom, like that, and make them look kind of crazy. And curve them around like that. All right. Okay. I'm confused to what you're doing, but it always comes out great in the end. uh, I tend to go fast. Sorry about that. I think we're good with those. It's an odd number, two here, three up here. Um, yeah, we put a couple of those on there. All right. Come right off the paper like that, and we'll get one maybe a little further here. Look at that, look at that, and curve it. See that? Okay. All right. I'm looking at what you just typed, Bruce. Okay, that funky gray green will turn out to be a red flower. I promise. Let's highlight um, let's highlight these leaves. Okay. Let's go with the blue here. I'm taking some blue. I'm gonna put it right here by the green, right here like that. Get a yeah, I'll get a little bit of yellow. All we doing is get a brighter green out of it, just like that. Okay. But I want to accentuate that and get a touch of white and pop it in there, just like that. Okay. Just like that. That's cool. I'm going. I'm pulling, flipping the brush over and pulling because it keeps that nice sharp edge there. If you guys can tell, there you go. You guys can see a perfect view of that right there. All right. Let's start with the one down here. I guess I'll light it from the top today. Press, pull, release. The brighter your color, the brighter the highlight, the less of it you really um, need. Uh, yeah, just like that. Takes practice. Okay, and it depends on how bad you would like to do these. How bad you want it. You don't have to highlight every one of these either. Some of them you can have like this guy in the back right here. This fellow, he can stay dark back there and just kind of boom, So it's up to you really. It's like that. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get a little touch of white. We'll put it right here. Actually, that touch of white should have been over here where it's a little slight touch of glycerin. I'm still pulling. As you see, it's a brighter white on the brush. Actually, let's get rid of some of that. That's too much paint. Let's get rid of some of that there. Put it right on the tip. All right. Okay. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Follow me? Just like that. So you can start highlighting little bits and pieces of this guy. Just like that. Okay. Oh, we'll do a couple up here. Like that. Just like that. I don't have to highlight every single bit of it, of these guys. Like that. A little touch more white. Okay. Just like so. I'm pulling the brush again. I'm gonna use the corner end of the brush. Use the corner end of the brush. Use that nice thin line, alright? Mario, how are you? The coin hunter. Alright. We're gonna come over here and that nice little curve right in there like that. Get a little touch of white, put it back into the green. We're gonna come here. Right on there and pop one right around in here like that. Let's brighten that up a little bit. Alright, I think we're good as far as all of that's concerned. Okay. You can add, I mean, if you know, it's really up to you. I can just kind of press and add a couple of these little guys in there too. Overlap across the plant. When you overlap them across the plants, it gives depth even to those guys. Okay, like something like that, like that. We'll put one, boom, pop one right there like that. We'll put one right here. Yeah, we'll put one right on top of this other plant too, like that. And pop one there like this. And we'll pop another one right there like that. Maybe we'll put a little something right there. Okay. All right. All right, Gina. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. I yes, RC. I agree. I mean, I can take them. This is just another example. You were talking about lines here. I don't normally do these. I've been doing them lately, but you don't necessarily have to do it. But look here, look at this. Look at the way they look now. Is that cool or what? I don't normally do it either. If you notice in my trees, I don't add trunks to them. One, they're kind of far away. Okay. I got quiet on you. I know. I'm just concentrating on getting these done up here. All right. Let's get a little bit of. I think I'll add a little bit of color to this one this time. A little more red. I'll mix it in. Get a little bit of the glycerin. Keep mixing that red in there. It gives it a reddy, it's starting to get a reddish purple kind of a color because I put a lot of red there. And we're going to go in the dark part of the leaves right here. And we're just kind of there. And we're going to get a little bit of blue. We're going to get that a little darker. A little darker. It's just a little contrast between the left and right side of the leaves. All right. We'll put a little bit of love over here on this guy too. Okay. All right. Let's stop playing with that. Let's go into our red now. Let's deal with the flower. Okay. And we'll pop a little yellow in there. Okay. Definitely need a little glycerin for this. The way I'm gonna approach the flower today, there's a few ways I can actually approach this flower. Okay, I'll just do a general one. Okay, let's put this dot right here. That little dot right there that you can barely see. All right. We'll center this filler right there. Let's put the focus on. All right, and here we go. That's not bright enough, actually, to be honest with you. There's your dot. Okay. Let's make pretend all roads lead to Rome with that dot. Okay. So therefore, everything on the back end will be going first. Okay. Now I like the rough, crazy look of this. We'll make petals out of that. Okay. And what I'm gonna do, we're gonna initially do the initial bulky petal first, like that. And we'll curl them in like that. This, believe it or not, will actually make some sense. Okay. Let's pop another one in there. Actually, we'll curve him in like that. We'll do it right here with this one. Come on down. He's gonna meet that dot. So let's make pretend I'm overlapping a little bit also. Have him see a little point there. I like the point. And see, it's feathering out into this dark area. Okay. So it's actually almost petal number 2. Yeah. We'll kind of curve it like that. Put him in there, but everybody's going toward that area. Okay. It's like you can almost make a game out of it. Okay, let's curl this one. Curl and come that way. And you continue the curl. Continue it. And pop him right in there like so. Alright. Of course you really can't tell just as of yet. Alright, but we're getting there. Let's get a little bit of white. We're gonna put it right here on top of this green because it really doesn't matter. We're gonna get some yellow. Put the yellow right in there like this. Alright, I got red on there, so it's gonna turn a little bit orange or some kind of mustard color, but it's okay. Okay, there, just like that. Okay. Get a little glycerin. We're gonna make a little slick there. Now, what I have to do after I put the glycerin in there, I'm gonna have to wipe the brush off because I got a bunch of here. I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's all globbed up with paint. We don't need that in our life. Okay, let me reach above here. So we're not gonna rinse off the brush. That would be just redundant. You just take the glob of paint, wipe it off, and there you go. That's all you need to do right there. Of course, I did all the magic past the box. All right, the box is our frenemy. Okay. All right. Oh, now you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm pulling the paint. All right. Here. That's about all I need right there. All right, you see, it still keeps a nice sharp edge. Let's highlight it a little bit. All right. Not necessarily final highlight, but you guys got to kind of see, where the petals are. So we'll take it with press, fade it in there. And if you notice, I'm overlapping. Okay, I'm overlapping a little bit. And come on down. Everything still meets toward that the center. Okay. Just like so. Okay, just like that. All right. Get a little bit of glycerin here. I think you guys can still see what I'm doing over here on this side. Okay, petal number 2, right here. Overlaps the other one like that. I'm going down a little bit further. I like that little point. Just keep the point. Just like so. Curve them in there. Just like that. Okay. The other petal, this guy here, is in the back. So I'm going to have to tend to him right now. I should have did him second. But it's okay. It is a-okay. We're going to get a little flip with him here. Like that. Press, pull, and release, just like the others. Just like that. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of white. A little tiny bit of yellow here. And we're going to press and outline that this petal is in front of the other guy. Just like that. Alright. Okay. Okay, so we have these 3 dudes out there. Let's get some red. Let's put the red in there like this. I'm not going to contaminate this red with that one. I'll just contaminate it with the lighter color. Get a little bit of glycerin. A little bit more red. Now it's contaminated with this golden color here. Okay. Okay. Now remember, our rolls go to, we get some smaller petals in here. Alright, like this. And they get higher and higher, then they get lower and lower like that. The next group would be higher, like this. Higher, they get lower, like that. Over here. See that? Get higher, and then they get lower. And get a little bit lower like that. Yep, we got one right here. Just like so. Of course, you can't see the separation as of yet. Let's go over here by this white. I got some yellow. Let's get some. There we go. Because I did not take the red off of my paint brush, but that's okay. Let's go. Let's do this one. Slight push and boom. Slight push, boom. Slight push, boom. Okay, there go one. I'll put them in front of that petal right there. This one's a little higher. Slight push, slight push. I'm twisting my brush around. Slight push in. Okay, just like that. The party isn't over yet. Let's do the one in the center, right here. Boom, aims that way. Boom, aims that way. Gotta get a little more white. A little yellow. A little glycerin. It's the glycerin that makes the paint move around on this canvas really slick like. Okay. There we go. A little press. I don't remove the brush off the canvas. Just a little rim of paint there. Like that. Okay, let's go here. Little push. Little push. Boom. Little push. Boom. Little push. Curve them. Just like that. Curve them in there. A little push. I'll make a double row. There you go. Alright, we'll make another double. Yeah, I might as well. I already started it. I wasn't going to. I'll just do a partial row. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I'll keep it like that. That's okay. Let's get a little bit of red. Just right out of the tube red right here. All that red. Okay. Like so. Push them right down there a little bit better. Blend them right in there a little more. Right here. Give it a little push and shoo. A little push of color. Shoo. A little push of color. A little push of color. Like that. A little push of color. Push of color. Put them right in there. Just like that. Oh, give it a nice strong push of color right there. Just like so. A little push of color right there. Just like that. Okay. A little white. A little bit of yellow. It's red on the tip of the brush, even though the rest is red. Okay, there's a reason for that. Watch. Just like so. Okay. See that real bright color right there on the edge of that brush? Alright, now let's give it a little push in, but keep on going. A little push. A little push. See that? Start livening things up a little bit. Alright. Just like that. Don't have to be everywhere. Just where you would figure it would be lit up at. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at it still. I can smoothen out some of those fellas there like that. Okay. Let's go back into our yellow. Right in here. Now yellow's very transparent. You need a little bit of white to kind of thicken it up there so it can be seen, okay? I'll just turn the brush over. And the reason why I can get a round surface, a round petal from a flat brush is because I'm overlapping. I'm overlapping. That's why I'm getting away with artistic murder here. Because I'm pretty sure it crossed a few people's mind. How are you getting a round surface from a flat brush? But that's why. You just overlap as you're doing the angles. Okay. That's all. Alright, this fella here, we'll give him a little curve. I'll freak him out a little bit there. And we'll do it here. Alright, that's like so. I don't know who's bothering me while I'm doing a live. I hear the bell going off, and I'm not gonna look because I'm kind of like busy here. But I'll get to it eventually. Yes, if you don't add the sound effects, it just doesn't work. You're exactly right, RC. Let's go right here. I'm just exaggerating the yellow and the white. We're gonna get to the other parts of the flower. I promise. But I told you it was gonna turn into a red flower. You didn't believe me. I told you. And let's give it a little curve right there. There we go. Pop some of that in there like that. And give it a little push right there. All I'm doing is wiping the extra paint off the brush because I don't really need it. Like that. And we'll pop one right here. Actually, I went the wrong way. It goes like that. Yeah. Alright, we're going to leave all that alone. Let's start on the other half here. Okay. I used to joke around with Diana because nobody really speaks to me when I'm doing this. Occasionally I do look. All right, over here I'll do with the white here, real quick. Okay, this is the outward cup here. Okay, so these guys will meet the fellas in the front. Okay, depending on how I want to design the thing. But let's say we want, we'll do it this way. I'll curve it, I'll come up and I'll curve it back down like that, and then it comes around like this. Alright, so that's one. These guys are like the back of my hand, they're facing this way. So that little lip is actually where my thumb would look like that. Alright, and you're gonna do another one. We'll do it. I really don't want to do it that way. Let's do it this way. Let's curve him around like this, like that, and we'll have him come back past there, and then we'll give him a nice little bowl there. Okay, so now what's going to happen is that our little circular is going to come all the way around like that. Okay, so we'll concentrate on these guys. Now, our road leads to Rome doesn't count with these two. Okay, actually, the vanishing point is right there. Okay, all right. Let's get a little red. These guys are in back of us, so we're gonna get a little darker red. You know, Nell, how do you think I learned from Gary Jenkins and Catherine? I watched them and 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 watched them, and I listened to them explain it and explain it and explain it. But it does work. It sinks in after a while. It does sink in. Okay, so we got that one. Alright, this one here comes above that one. There. That one's the bigger one here. Actually, is in front of that smaller one. I'm just blocking in the color right now. Just like that. Alright. We'll work on this one first. Let's get a little bit of white. We'll just put it right in there in that yellow. Get a little bit of almost said thinner. It's not thinner. Get a little yellow. A little bit of white. Okay, just like that. Pulling the color right here. I'm on the very edge of the, yeah, you guys can see it. I'm on the very edge there. All right. Remember where the vantage point is now. Since I'm doing it from the side, I'm giving it a little push. My brush is not leaving, and I'm aiming it toward that dot. You follow me? Push, aim it toward that dot. Push, aim it toward that dot. Aim it toward the dot. See this? Alright, aim it toward that dot. Just like that. Getting a little more white, putting it in there. And we're going to do the same thing, but right here with this fella. Push, and push, give it a good push too, because now you're separating two different petals. I'm turning the brush around, giving it a strong push. Push, and go that way. Push, go that way. Push, and press, go that way. Just like that. Okay, so it kind of cups around on you. Alright, okay. Don't worry about Mr. Dot there. He'll disappear. He'll be gone in a second. We're close to finish with this flower. Okay, I won't keep you guys because I can put petals galore all on here. But if I go too fast, then you won't know really what the heck I'm gonna do. I'll just get a little bit of yellow, turning green, and get a little bit of white. Okay, that will be the highlight. I don't even know why I did that. So let's go in here with this red. I'm getting a little red. Okay. Whoops. Almost went into the water. Water is not what I need. Just need a slight touch of glycerin here. Okay. And here we go. Hey, hello, Mario. Welcome back. Okay, here we go. We'll start from over here. Now, everything goes back to Rome again. Now, the petal shapes. Okay, I'll just do it this way. I can overlap them. I'll give a little push, overlap them. I'll give a little outside push and we'll curve it in like that for this one. I'm gonna use that dark color to my advantage. Okay, we'll do another one. We'll start from right here. We're just doing a series of petals. I'm gonna highlight them. This open rose is kind of wild and woolly. Okay, really crazy looking, just like that. And I'll just pop them in there like this. All right, and I'm gonna work with all of that craziness you're looking at. We're gonna separate all of those. I've been doing this for a little while, so I kind of know what I intend to do with them. Okay, let's go here and just kind of pop him in here like that, and then we're gonna do the same thing here and give him a little rim of color here, right here, right here, right here, and curve him in like that. Let's get a little more of that paint. Let's create one right in here like that. Have him come up. Have him come up a little higher. I'm really pressing down on the paint here because the paint's a little thick, and just like so. All right, that's a lot of craziness going on there. But now we're gonna have a good old time. I did not wash my brush. A little bit of white, a little bit of yellow. Okay, ready for this? This is crazy. Let's start right here. Just give him a little push and come on in and fade him out. A little push, and let him fade out just like that. All right, this is where it gets a little fun. All right, let's do that again right here. Boom, and put him in there. Boom, put him in there. Bam, put him in there like that. Let's get him right to the edge and curve him in. Let's keep curving him in, and keep going just like that, just like so. All right. Now I'm just playing around. I'm just being silly. Right here. Okay, right there. And sometimes it just takes a short rim of paint. Okay, let's do that again. Let's kind of put him in there. Let's put him in over that one. Curve him in there like that. Okay. Okay. It's important to have a nice little rim of paint so you can have a separation of where the leaves are, which is what I'm doing right now. Looks like that. Get a little bit of red in there. Little touch of glycerin because I can feel it being tacky. All right. Here. Let's go out. Come on in. Out to a point. Come on in. Now I'm aiming everything, even though the outside petal, everything's still going in that direction. Okay. That's all. Right here. Let's put a big glob one right here and press them out. Make them disappear. Big one right there. Make them disappear. Just like that. And we're gonna create one right here and just have them come in the inside like that. Okay, if you think we're done, we're not done. I'm gonna show you how you just continuously add petals just for no rhyme or reason. Okay, like in here, I'll just take the red and put it right here. Just overlap the fellows, overlap them, boom, overlap them, put them right in there, just like that. And then you just take a little bit of that highlight color on the tip of the brush and watch. I don't even have to really travel with them. Just put it right in there like that. It gives you the impression of another flower just horning in on the business. See that? I'll put one right here too. Give me a little more white paint there. I'm running out of the glycerin because you want a smooth transition there. Boom, boom, put them right in there. Boom, boom, put them right in there. Boom, put them right in there. See, I can just pop all sorts of flowers and stuff in here if that's what you want to do. See, I can just do one of these numbers here and just trail them right in there like so. Okay, all sorts of things. Okay, let's make that disappear. Well, thank you, Billy. Welcome, Mario the Coin Hunter. I appreciate it. Okay, Let's take, I'll take this guy. What I'm taking is a very large filbert with a whole bunch of hair right there, alright? Let's take what bright stuff we have left, which is not much. And if you see what it looks like here, see that? See what it looks like? We're gonna put some of that right in there like this. Just like that. And then we'll kind of spread that out a little bit. Just like that over there. Told you that dot will disappear. Fluff it out a little bit. Yeah, spread that out a little like that. Just like so. Alright. Okay, just clean that real fast. Told you that dot will disappear. We'll do one more thing and we're gonna call it a day. Okay. Nice little trick. I got people in here that hasn't seen me do this, so I can kinda get away with it a little bit. Alright. I think this is fine. I got enough green, but I don't have enough of any other color. And that really is a sad situation. So just for this little bit, I guess I'll use a light. I'll use a light blue for this. So if you guys can bear with me this long, just give me a few seconds here. Let's get a little bit of light blue. That's about all I need. Just take a script liner or a liner brush. It's not really a script liner, it's just a liner brush. All right, let's cover this whole thing with this blue, like that. Cover it all, so it looks like this. Can you see that, guys? Yeah, see it. All right, looks like that. All right, let's get some green. Get a nice dot of green. Get plenty of it. I think that's enough. It don't look like enough. Really put it there. You go. Get a nice glob of green. All right. Let's hold it up there, like that. Okay. Let's do it here. Yeah, let's do it here. It comes behind this. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Let me angle it just a little bit. Here and up here. That's perfect. Okay, let's go from behind this leaf. Okay. And it's gonna come around like that. Come around and we'll pop a bud right there. If I can get it there. Like that. It's not gonna do it. It needs white. It needs white. Hold on. That would have been perfect, but the paint is too thick and it needs white. It's too dark too. It needs a contrast and there's no contrast because I have no white. There. I would usually be able to do this in one fell swoop, but not without the white. So let's get into our white, go back into our blue, mix it right in there, just like that. Okay. Now you'll be able to see that. We'll just put it right there anyway, just like that. Technically, in a perfect world, that's what it would look like in one fair shot. All right, we're gonna do it again. You just can't have one. Okay, let's get another glob of green paint here, just like that. Big old glob of paint. We'll put one here. Can you guys see that? No, just aim it downward, right down here. All right. Good night, Bruce. Take it easy. Thanks for coming in. We'll curve it and we'll boom, just like that. Get that blue right out there, just like so. Let's trail some of that in there, just like that. All right. Well, that's two. We need one more. Believe it or not. Can't have an even number. Odd numbers are just better for the eye. Get another glob of green here. If I do that, it's going back up there again. And I think I can do that real quick. You guys are probably getting agita with me moving this camera around like that. Let's have it kind of snake around here like that. Come on around, come on around, come on around, right on top of the flower like that. Get in there like that. Okay. All right. We're 99.7% done. 99.7% done. Alright, since I got this white, I might as well utilize it. And we'll put it right here. Go to places. Can you guys see this? I can't tell. Yeah, you guys can see it perfectly fine. Good. Alright, get a little water. Destroy the inside edge. Get that out of there. You want a thin line in there. I don't like this brush. This brush I don't like this brush at all. I don't know what's up with that little hair sticking out there like that. He's ruining my parade here. But I'll work with it for right now. Alright. Let's get a dark color here. I guess green will, well, a little green and a little red. Let's see if I can get something dark. Right here on the bottom. That's not really dark enough. I need a little bit of blue, but I don't have, well, I got a little bit of blue. You need something dark on the bottom here. Right around in here like this. Kind of helps sell that. Then you get a nice little dot of white, and you pop the dot of white right in there like that. This I don't care for though. I think it's this brush. I'm gonna switch the brush out. I don't like that one too much. I really don't. Let's get rid of some of that. Just like that. Aim it that way. Let's smooth that out. I'll kind of reshape that. Alright, that's a little bit better. I'm not a fan of that one. It's the brush, it's not me. Let's get rid of this brush. Let's go to the brush that I normally use and do this with. If I can find the poor thing. There you are. Come here, buddy. We might retire that other brush. That other brush sucked. Okay, we're going to do all of that again. Go back into our white. Don't need too much white, but you know, I got it on there anyway. Let's go. Can you see this? Yes, you guys can. I'll put a nice size one right here. I'll exaggerate it. Alright, Coin Hunter, thank you for oh yeah, they are the worst. And believe it or not, I'm going to take some of that white. I'm going to thin it out a little bit. Just like that. Put it all in here. Blur that out a little. It's okay. Bring some of that in there like that. Okay. And pop that dot. Big old dot right there. Just like that. Going into my blue reddish darky mix here. I should have enough just for this little bit right here. Put it right in there. Just like so. Well, you got two of them. You got two. I think I'll put one more up there. Why not? This one's gonna go up top here. Let's go up top. Oh, let's put him. Let's let him hang out. Let him hang out up here. Right up here. Just like that. Can you guys see that guy? No, you cannot. There. He's right there. We'll have him hang out up here. Get rid of the inside. There we go. Get rid of that inside there. Okay. batch of white and pop that white right in there like that. Here, just like so. Now because he's up there, I really have to kind of exaggerate that dark line right in here. Come on, baby, work for me. Give me that dark line, like so. He's got a lighter background there, so let's accentuate that. There you are. Hello. All right, there you go. Just like so. Okay, one more thing to do. Thank you guys for watching this. I do appreciate it. We're going to pull this back. We're going to get rid of that box too. I'll center this the best way I can right now. Just pull back. And a little bit more. And let's raise it up a little bit. Think that can. Now, I don't have a frame that will fit this joker, but alright. Let's put the focus on real quick. Let me pop a signature in here real fast. I do appreciate it. Once again, I think I kept you ungodly long. But sometimes people want to see something a little more complicated. Sometimes, it all depends. I'll go back to my hour paintings again. I already got Monday's tutorial already filmed and ready. And ironically, it is another floral, but it's in black and white. Sorta, kinda, black and white. Got a little twist on that one. Okay, let's take the tape off. Actually, let me get rid of that box. But I do appreciate your patience. There you go. Okay. I don't have to have this. I don't have to have the tape on here, but I like the way it looks. So it's my personal preference. It just makes it look a little professional to me, but that's just my opinions. There. Well, there you go. There you have it. Well, thank you very much, Liz, and I do appreciate you. Yes, that's true, Ian. But it's even Saturday when the brush you got to retire is actually new. But it's shedding hairs and whatnot already, so But yes, I do like a crisp, straight edge. I mean, it's me. The mixture of the purple and the yellow, okay, ends up turning peach, like a mauvey color of gray. Okay, so it's just a warm gray back there. Okay, then you got some of the regular dioxazine purple in there. Okay, very, very short, very small color palette, I should say. All right, different type of trees than what I would normally do. Okay, as I'm talking to you, I'm getting rid of the palette here, which shouldn't be too difficult since I got a great big gaping hole in it. I'm just getting rid of the wax paper off the palette as I'm chatting to you. But once again, I do appreciate you guys stopping by. I never take it for granted, because there's hundreds and hundreds of other artists you guys can check out at about this time. It's kind of hard to kind of differentiate a time between everybody, you know. But I'll usually stick with my Wednesday lives on YouTube and my Monday night lessons. It seems to work for me, so I'll keep it just like that. All right, guys, I think that's about it. As I'm ripping this stuff off my palette, I do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. as I'm fighting with the tape on the back of this this poor palette. There we go. I usually do this off camera, but I'm like ready to clean this stuff up now, so I might as well take it all off. It is a complete mess. I should have double layered it, but I'll do it next time. You live and learn. Oh, you mean that little piece of leaf right there? I know what you're talking about. I wasn't even thinking. Actually, I would have thought about it later, but let's see if I got enough to do that. You're talking about this leaf here, this guy right here. So let's see if I can get him a little darker. Yeah, I can keep working at him. He'll get darker. There you go. Get some little funky striations going on with him. Need more paint than glycerin, but he's getting there. This is more. There we go. It's more glycerin than paint. There we go. That's what you're talking about. Okay. There. How about that? There. How about the second corner too? All right. No, no. I have not. Who's that? Thressa? No, Miss Purdue. I have not tried the glass palette. I did see I did see your question. I did answer it. You must not have heard me. Um, no, and with the way I handle palettes, I'll just break it. Um, yeah, I'll just tear it up. An eclipse. Yeah, if you remind me. Well, I appreciate it, RC. Thank you for your input. And Ian, and yeah, you guys are welcome to give me input and whatnot. I don't mind it at all. I've had tutorials where I ask people what color should be what and what sky should be what, and I've done a whole tutorial like that. But I was on Facebook at the time, and people were popping answers all over the place. But I just took the general consensus of the answers and did it that way. But I know it's an unusual picture, half floral, half mountain painting, crazy mauve clouds, and all of that stuff. I used to do quite a few of these. Really, the trees are a little different, and I haven't done these type of trees for, but I do like these trees. These type of trees are really awesome when you bunch of them together in groups like this. But it takes so much time. I really don't want to do it online. But but excellent result in result. And if I'm not running my mouth and chatting, I will probably do quite a number of these. But yeah, you can do a whole forest of trees like this because one, they tend to be thinner. Okay. And when grouped together, they look great because they're, even though they've got the triangle wedge, but they're thinner, and you can see the definition of leaves and their impressions of trees. So Jerry sent me extra. Okay. Well, I do appreciate it. That's Yeah, critiques are cool. As long as you give them, as long as whoever's giving them with the intent to help and not to hurt. But yes, critiques do help. You know, um, like I say, if you didn't tell me about the going outside the border, either I would have thought about it much later, or I would not have thought about it at all. But yeah, that yeah, that little touch. Actually, believe it or not, that whoops, that actually, yeah, I did scratch it. Hold on, I can show you guys how to correct that when you do something like that. You see that scratch up there, right here? Okay, yeah, that's because the paint's still wet. So, this is too big. Hold on. I'm glad that happened because it shows you what happens. It shows you what you can do when you encounter something like that. But the paint's still wet. Remember, the paint's still wet. You'll never know what's here. Paint's still wet. Okay. I don't want to wipe it off of my jeans. Don't worry about it. This is where we go into the hashtag. Don't panic. It's all right, guys. It's all right. You get a little scratchy poo. It's okay. See, all is not over. Okay, there we go. Just line it up a little bit. Yes, like so. There. See, don't cry about it. But that and that actually sets this flower back. Obviously, this flower sets that back, and the mountain sets the clouds back. So everything's a process. Okay. All right. Yes, I do have clothing without paint on them. Almost. Almost. I can't really say that that's a lie. Um, this very comfortable, good-looking Adidas shirt does have a swatch of white paint that will never come off, and I'm never totally clean. Look at this. Look at this mess. All right. Um, but I used to paint in three-piece suits. I used to paint before I had to go to church. Um, Craziness. But that was the beginning of my painting journey. I used to paint every day, two, three paintings a day for like 6 months straight. I fell in love with the stuff, but I never did florals. The florals are much later in my, much later, like 3 years ago, so something like that. All right, okay, enough of me running my mouth, guys. Thank you very much for your input. Once again, I'm on. Usually I'm on live at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm here in New York State. I'm on YouTube, and on Monday at 7 p.m. I'm in the chat room when I have my premiere going, which ironically is a floral, just a floral, and it's in black and white. It's kind of, sort of, but it's already done and ready to go. So, but all right, guys, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your time. I don't take it for granted ever. So, peace, guys, and thank you.